It's early. It's a little after 8 in the morning, and I have a 9 o'clock hair appointment, hence the hat. So I've got a few minutes, and I'm going to swing by the farmer's market really quick. It's Saturday morning, and it's the big farmer's market of the week. I don't really need that much because I have a ton of food in the kitchen, but Lucy is out of eggs. I get her fresh backyard chicken eggs, and she has one every morning. And I just never know what I'm going to find there. So I'm going to stop by really quick, the farmer's market, and then head on over to my hair appointment. And you're thinking, how are you going to do all that in like 25, 30 minutes? Because everything's so close. Really, it's going to take me about a minute to drive to the farmer's market and about 3 minutes to get to my hair appointment. So next stop, farmer's market. Let's see what they have today. So we actually have a local microgreens grower here. They're here every week and they really do some beautiful greens. We all know you can grow greens at home, but if you're not interested in it, buying fresh, homegrown microgreens, from a vendor like this is really a good nutritional option. This is a honey farm, and someday I'm going to call them and see if I can't come out and do a little video on their whole production here, because not only do they have raw local honey, but they also do other products like the hand cream and lip balm and candles, that sort of thing. I thought that would be an interesting conversation to talk with them about their whole operation. This little gal does lavender, and she has a beautiful line of products. She's here quite often, almost every week. This gal sells pecan. She has a pecan tree in her backyard. It's huge, apparently 16 feet. Oh my goodness. I actually bought pecans from her last week, and they're in my freezer waiting for my current bag of pecans. But I'm really glad to know that she's here. And these little pecan bites, oh my gosh, was that good. And look, she has whole pecan pies. That is one of my favorite desserts. Yum. This is the gal that I buy my eggs from every week. And bless her heart, she's here on Tuesdays. I don't know if she's here on Thursdays anymore this late in the season. I haven't come on Thursdays in a while. But I generally get my eggs from her, my eggplant. She does grow arugula. She has beautiful arugula. She also has collards, mustard greens, red lettuce, just beautiful. Do you grow all these in your backyard? On the farm, okay. I can't believe it. I'm here at 8:30. It's only been open an hour and she's already out of eggs. There is a gentleman across the way. I'll get my dozen from him today, but I'm going to be picking up arugula. Her arugula is really beautiful, and they grow this on her son's farm. And then I'm also going to get some collard greens, just because I've been talking about collard greens on my channel. I can't wait to take them home. So this gentleman is selling eggs today, so I'm going to buy some eggs from him because my regular gal is out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What would you like? I got extra large, medium.
So I was in and out of the farmer's market just in about 10 minutes. It's about 50% full this time of the year. There are fewer vendors, but the vendors who have non-seasonal products like the honey, the gal who does the lavender oils and lotions, those type of vendors are always here, which is very nice to see because you get to know them and it feels a little bit like family. So I ended up picking up a dozen eggs from that new fellow, and I got collards and arugula from the gal that I buy from regularly. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a picture of the collards and send it to Ryan and say, okay, tell me your favorite recipe, and I'm going to try to cook that up. Next stop, my hairdresser's. It's going to take me about 3 minutes to get there. My hairdresser's salon is in the alley, which is a pedestrian walkway downtown in Aiken. It's where they have the Thursday night Amphi Alley, and it's kind of a little hub for the social activities in town. You can see that they've decorated for Halloween. It really is a beautifully designed pedestrian area. all tree lined, beautiful brick, and you also can eat out here. There are a lot of restaurants that have outdoor seating. When Heather was here, she and I ate outside at the Fuse, which was absolutely fantastic. It was just delicious. So this is my salon right here, Gallery J Salon, and I'm here to see Madison. Let's see if she's here yet. Oh, looks like she is. How are you? I picked up these collard greens at the farmer's market, and I've never cooked collard greens before. So this is one of the things I love about the South. Wait till you hear this story. I messaged my friend Ryan from Grassroots Nursery because I know he loves collard greens. I know this because he told me, and I've also seen him plant on his channel collard greens in his backyard garden. So I messaged him and I said, I just bought some collard greens. I sent a picture of it. I don't know how to cook them. What's your favorite recipe? This is what he wrote back. This is so sweet. He says, yummy. Let me ask my mama. She makes the best. That guy is so doggone sweet. And hey, you young gals, you 20 and 30-year-olds, he's single. He is such a catch. He owns about 3 or 4 businesses and is so nice, and he's cute. He's just a doll. So he messaged his mama, and his mama said, I either use ham hock, fatback, or bacon grease and cook them in water or chicken stock with salt and pepper, and then you add a little salt at the end. I'm pretty sure you cook them about 40-45 minutes so they're nice and tender. I am cooking my collard greens today. I've already diced some bacon and cooked that up. I've removed the bacon. I'm going to use that in a salad I'm going to make in a couple of days, but I have the bacon grease in the pan ready to go. These are the collard greens that I picked up at the farmer's market, and they're already chopped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a big bowl of water, kind of gently rinse them with that water, and then let all the dirt or sand fall to the bottom of the bowl. That's how I'm going to clean these. Then I'm going to cook them in a pot with water, and I'm going to add a little bit of this Better Than Bouillon chicken broth. I love a lot of flavor in my food, so chicken stock sounds really good to me. I'm going to salt and pepper them, and then of course put a little pinch of sugar at the end to kind of cut down on the bitterness. I'm really excited about this. I love vegetables. I love leafy greens, so this is going to be a new addition to my menu, and I'm really thrilled about it. Before I hop into that, I want to talk with you guys about the meat that I've been buying. I've shared before that I don't buy the meat in the grocery store. I just don't. I don't know how it's been raised. I don't know what it's been fed. I don't know how many hormones and antibiotics have been stuffed into those animals. I'm just really not interested in putting that stuff into my body. So what I do is I buy online from grass-fed, grass-finished ranches. There are a lot of them out there. The one that I have been buying most of my meat from is called Cook's Venture. And this is a package of sausages from Cook's Venture. I've been buying from them, gosh, a couple of years now. This is classic smoked chicken kielbasa. I have a ton of their stuff in my freezer. This is heritage pork, ground pork right here. And then this is the package from the bacon that I just cooked up. I cooked up about half of this package and then I put the rest back into the freezer. I have really been very, very pleased with the meat from Cook's Venture. This is not sponsored. They don't even know who I am. I just, order from them. They have chicken, they have pork, and they have beef. One thing that I've been noticing lately is that the beef selection can get a little thin. In other words, I'll go onto the website and look, and they really won't have much in the beef selection. I think raising beef right now is getting really, really tough because the cost of grain and all the other things you need to raise cattle is becoming so expensive that it's not even penciling out to be a rancher anymore, which is so unfortunate. I did look recently, and Cook's Venture has a full selection of beef products back on their website. So if you want to check them out, I have used them for a couple of years. I've been very, very pleased. I'll have them linked down below in the description box. I have no relationship with Cook's Venture. That's not an affiliate link. They don't know who I am. I just really, really enjoy their products. So I'm going to get busy, prep my collard greens, which means I'm just going to wash them, add them to my bacon grease, add a little salt and pepper, and get those guys cooking up. The collard greens are all cooked up, and I've already tasted them. They are so good, so very good. I did cook them in the chicken broth with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I added just a pinch of sugar at the very end. These are delicious. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Oh, yum. If you like those really mineral-rich, deep, leafy greens, this is so very good. I have done my little mobility morning exercises, and Lucy and I have gone for our walk. We walk about a half an hour every morning. I've done my Nebulift treatment. I love that. And then I followed that up with my red light device, and then I did my skincare. I'm going to put a little bit of makeup on. Surprisingly, now that I'm not so busy with the house, I'm putting more makeup on. So today, that's what we're doing. I'm going to do just a fairly natural look, nothing over the top today. I thought you guys might like to join me. One of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to take just kind of a drugstore eye brush, and I'm going to swirl it around in this Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is the translucent, and I'm going to put that in my eyebrows because I have so much skincare on my skin and it sticks in my eyebrows, and then it makes it really hard for my eyebrow product to go on and stay. So I like to put a little coat of that powder in there and brush it through and sort of soak up that skincare that has collected in my eyebrows. This is the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. I'm using it up. I own it. You don't need to spend this much money on a primer. You can get the same thing almost with the NYX Marshmallow Primer. It's about $20. I think this is about $50. This does feel really good on the skin. So if you wanted to try it, I can tell you it's really good. This is the Beauty Pie Under Eye Genius. I use this as a corrector and also to help my under eye concealer stay put. But watch what this does. You've probably seen me do this a million times by now. It really does cover up my under eye circles. I've forgotten to put on my concealer so many times since I started using this. It has just a little bit of luminescence, kind of a reflective power. So look at my under eyes. Don't they look a whole lot better just using that? For eyeshadow primer, I'm still using the MAC Paint Pot in the color Painterly. Truly, I like this just as much as any eyeshadow primer that is created as an eyeshadow primer that I've tried. It covers up all my little doodads on my eyelids and really does help my eyeshadow stay put. This is the Kosas Brow Pop. I am still in love with this. I started using this way before I moved, and it's still going strong. I still love it. I don't think I've used any other pencil since I started using this. Actually, this is the first high-end brow product that I have found. You know what? That's worth a few more dollars than drugstore. This one really is good. I use the color Blonde. And you know what? I wouldn't mind if they came out with even a lighter color. Because if I am too heavy-handed on this, it ends up being a little bit dark for me. I like to do my eyebrows first before my eyeshadow to kind of frame the area that my eyeshadow is going to be placed in. So I fill in most of the brow, and then I'm going to go in and do the detail work on the tip when I'm all done with my makeup. I find that if I do that in the beginning, when I put on my foundation and work with my concealer, sometimes it'll disturb that detail work, so I leave it towards the end. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using two Tarte palettes. This is the Tartelette Juicy palette. This is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. This Tartelette in Bloom, gosh, it's been around, I don't know, for years and years. This is newer, although I think it came out 2 years ago. I enjoy both of them. There's a color in this I want to use, and there's a color in this I want to use. This is a big fluffy brush. This is the Angie 503 brush. Really love it. I'm going to dip into this cream color right here, and that's going to go all over both lids from the movable lid all the way up to my brow, and I'm really just laying down a base to give a nice pop to the color I'm going to put on over it and a little bit of lightness right underneath my brow. Now I'm going to hop into the Juicy palette, and I'm going to go in with this dusty pink color right here using the same brush, same big fluffy brush, tap off the excess, and that's going to go all over the movable lid up into the crease, and I'm going to stop it right about the transition area above the crease of my eye underneath my brow. Isn't that a pretty color? I just love that color. It's so soft, it gives off a pink glow without looking too much. Oh, I love it. Amazing what a little bit of makeup will do. Now I'm going to take a little more of a detailed brush. This is the Angie Hot and Flashy 502 brush. You can see it's just a little bit smaller. And I'm going to dip it into this neutral shade right here. Get a little bit on the tip of that brush. Tap it off. And that's going to go right above the crease on both sides. Just to give a little bit of depth to that area. I'm going to go back in, get a little bit on the tip of those bristles, and bring that down on the outside third of my movable lid and a little bit along the lash line. Now I'm going to go back in with that big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend those edges really well. And that's it for the eyeshadow for today. It's a super simple look, but I think it's really pretty. What do you think? For foundation today, I'm dropping into the drugstore. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is a really good foundation if you haven't tried it. Actually, the look of this foundation is really similar to my Dior Skin Glow. This is my favorite foundation. This has such a similar look. If you want to get that really dewy, beautiful look on your skin at a very affordable price, give this a try. I think you might be happy with it. This color, I have two colors in the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I think this one might be a little too dark right now because I don't have any color on my face. This is Rose Ivory. The other one that I think might be too dark, I can't read the name. It's a mystery. We're going to use the Rose Ivory today. It has one of these obnoxious little paddles on it. Not my favorite. And this might be a touch too light, but we can warm it up with bronzer. I'm going to go ahead and just start pressing that in. I try not to brush it down because I don't want my skincare to pill up. Not that it usually does, but if it does pill up, it's just a mess and a hassle. So I just sort of pounce it around my skin. Nice coverage without looking too heavy. beautiful dewy look. Then in with my Sigma sponge, and I'm just going to press that foundation in. Look at how nice and glowy it is. I think it's so pretty. For concealer, I'm still loving the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy Concealer. I've been using this, I think, for about a year. It just works really well on me. Just dot a little bit on my under eyes. In with my sponge. That nice pointy tip just helps work that concealer around right in the area that I want it. And you can see how I'm cutting in my eyeshadow area from the corner of my eye up to my brow so that my eyeshadow doesn't come down too far on the sides and really weigh my eyes down. I'm going to set that concealer down really quick with a little bit of the Kosas Cloud Set Powder. A little bit on my forehead, down on my chin, and then press that in with my sponge. For bronzer today, I have an old classic. This is the NARS Laguna bronzer. This has been around for a long time. It's so popular. This is a little travel size that I picked up. I don't think I'll ever go through it. You can see I barely even put a dent in it. It is a beautiful bronzer. Just the nicest color, not too warm. Gonna hit the areas of my face where I want to warm it up a little bit and add a little bit of depth. And then underneath my chin. For blush today, another classic. This is the Milani Dulce Pink Blush. Isn't that pretty? Swatch it on the back of my hand. It has a little gold reflect in it. So very lovely. I'm going to pounce that onto the upstairs area of my cheek. Oh my gosh. I just love that color. It's so pretty. I haven't used this in a while. I forgot how very gorgeous it is. Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh. Now I'm going to go in with the BK Beauty. This is the 103 brush and just blend that in. For a highlight today, it's the Revlon Skin Lights. I love this highlighter. It is so affordable. It is so beautiful. I've had this for a long, long time. I still haven't even hit pan on it. So I'm going to get a little bit on my brush, tap it off, hit the high points of my cheeks, and right in the front a little bit. Tip of my nose, can't help myself. Back in with that big fluffy brush, blend it in. And to finish off the complexion, in with the Hourglass Ambient Powder. This is in Dim Light. I'm going to swirl it on a big fluffy brush. This is the Rephr 30 brush. This line of brushes from Rephr is a little bit more expensive. They're such good brushes. You'll own them forever. And I'm just going to go around the face and just finish off the complexion. This puts on such a beautiful subtle glow to the skin. Really pretty. This is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. I'm going to curl my lashes with the Rephr Lash Curler. If you haven't tried this lash curler, it is so good. I went decades using drugstore lash curlers, and then I finally bit the bullet and bought the Rephr. Oh my gosh. What a difference. It's so worth the $20 or $25. Then I'm going to tightline with the L'Oreal Lay Liner, use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Base, and top it off with the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, and I'll be right back. For lips today, I'm using the Whipped Caviar Lip Liner from NYX. I don't know why I still say NYX. It's NYX. And one of the Milani lipsticks from their Petal collection, I think it's called. It came out a couple of springs ago. Let me go ahead and put them on the back of my hand so you can see them. There we go. The darker is the lip liner and the lighter is the lipstick. Isn't that a pretty combination? Kind of pink, but with a neutral undertone. I just love that combination. Here we have the finished look. An easy, light, natural look, quick to put together. I misplaced my eyeglasses, which is not a good thing because without my eyeglasses, I am literally driving by Braille. Fortunately, they did turn up at my girlfriend Jen's house after about a week or so. I didn't cause any accidents, so everything's good on that end. I created no conflicts on the road here in Aiken. However, I didn't get my glasses back before I made an eye doctor appointment and ordered sample glasses from Warby Parker. Now, this is not sponsored by Warby Parker. This is not even an affiliate link. They don't know who I am. Nothing. I just love the way that Warby Parker does their glasses, and I thought that I would share it with you guys, and you guys can help me decide which glasses I should order. I realize I got my driving glasses back, but you know, it's long overdue for me to own more than one pair of glasses that I use for driving, and sometimes I use them for going to the theater or something like that. I used Warby Parker years ago, right back when they very first started. I think maybe it's been 6 or 7 years, maybe 4 or 5 years. I can't even really remember. The cool thing about Warby Parker is you can go onto their site and order 5 pair of glasses. They will send them to your home. You get to try on the frames, decide which ones you like the best, and then they send you a mailing label to send the samples back, and it's all free. So it's a wonderful way to be able to pick frames affordably. I think their frames are about $100. Don't quote me on that. Again, this is not sponsored, but it's very, very affordable, and they do it in a really cool way. So you can be home, try the glasses on, decide which ones you like, and then send these back and go ahead and place your order at any time. You're not required to place an order if you try the glasses on. So I went to the Warby Parker site. I ordered 5 different frames, and I'm hoping you guys can help me decide which ones to pick. I don't mind getting more than one, so if there's kind of a tie, I don't mind getting more than one. So I thought I would try them on, and then you guys let me know which ones you think work best for my face. It's been a couple of weeks since I ordered them. They've been hanging around the house for a few days. I was waiting to film this and have you guys help me pick them out. So when you open up the box, this is what it looks like. So it has the return mailing label right here. Then it has your home try-on handbook. I doubt if I'll even look at that. And then all the glasses come in these little plastic pouches. You take the glasses off, try them on, put them back in the pouch, and then you send them back. So let's go ahead and try these on, and you guys can help me pick. So this is the first pair. I think it's Esme Sesame Tortoise. I don't really know. I'm surprised I could read that. I just have my contacts in. So here are the first pair. This is in a tortoise frame. So what I'll do is I'll put a number up on the screen of each frame, and then you don't have to remember the name. You can just say number 1 or number 2 or number 3 or number 4 or number 5. So again, number 1. Okay, let's go on to number 2. So they come in these little baggies, and you just take them out of the baggie. This is another tortoise shell pair. I guess I like that finish on glasses. So this is number 2. So if you like number 2, put number 2 down in the comment section. So you put them back in the baggie, and then it has like a little sticky stuff so that they seal right up. Very, very handy. I'm sure they clean these when they come back and then repackage them in another baggie that's fresh. So this is number 3. These are kind of cool. They're a little bit different, a little bolder. So this is number 3. I kind of like those, but don't listen to that because I don't want to influence your decision. So number 3. These are number 4, and they have a little gold accent right here, which I think is kind of pretty. So number 4. Isn't this handy that they send these to you so you can actually try them on and really think about it? Number 4. And then this is the last pair, another pair of tortoiseshell. These are actually a transition frame. My current glasses are very similar to these in that there's dark up top and it goes down to clear. So this is number 5. What do you think? I thought this was a lot of fun. And if you haven't heard of Warby Parker or if you haven't used them, I can tell you the last time I used them, I really did like them very much. And when I ordered these frames to try on and have them sent to me, gosh, they were here probably in 4 or 5 days, so pretty doggone quick. Tell me which is your favorite down in the comments below. Help me pick out my new frames. I don't mind getting a couple of extra pairs. I don't know if it ever helps. It seems like the more pairs we have, the more pairs we lose. But anyway, if there's a tie, I'll get a couple of pairs and then I'll let you guys see them when they come back in. I'm currently in downtown Aiken, which is so cute. Downtown Aiken is a few blocks in either direction, and some small little towns have a cute downtown, but there's not really anything that, you know, you really need down there. Not so in Aiken. There are so many great shops down here. Not that I've been in most of them, I really haven't. But there's a particular kitchen store that I have had my eye on for, gosh, a couple of months now. I've never gone in there. And I would like to pick up a couple of kitchen items. And I'm wondering if they're going to have what I need in here. So I'm going to go ahead and go in the shop, take you along with me. I'm not sure that they're going to let me film in there. I think they probably will, but we'll see. Anyway, before I go in, let me give you a little peek at downtown Aiken. It is so pretty right now. The leaves are turning, the air is cool and crisp. It's just lovely and always just so very sweet down here. I just talked to the owner, nice lady, and I asked her if it's okay if I film, and she says absolutely. So look at all these yummy goodies. I didn't realize they had food. I thought they just had kitchen utensils and that sort of thing. This is going to be fun to look around. You know, pecans are a really big thing in this area. So those are Zorro pecans, roasted and lightly salted. Sriracha ranch, sweet and spicy. Oh my gosh. I should have eaten before I got here because now this is all making me very, very hungry. Look at this gorgeous cookware. I'll tell you what, you guys, I am in a cooking thing right now. I don't know if it's because it's getting colder and I'm in the house more and it just feels cozy. Look at that beautiful Dutch oven. I used to have a Dutch oven. I don't know what happened to it. My daughter probably has it. I wouldn't mind picking one up. That's sure a pretty one. So the name of this shop is Plum Pudding, and I guess they have a website, Plum Pudding Kitchen. I have not been there. This is just a little display that they have with some beautiful lotions. The store itself is beautifully arranged, gorgeously merchandised. Oh, and look at these candles. Look at this with the little glass topper. Oh my gosh. That might end up coming home with me. That's beautiful. The kitchen shop was really cute. They had so much more in there than I would have thought. Beautiful dishware, beautiful pots and pans, lots and lots of different kitchen cooking tools. I didn't find what I wanted though, but gosh, it was fun to go in there. So if you're in Aiken or you're visiting Aiken, stop in there sometime. They're really busy right now setting up for the holiday season. I'm sure they're decorating and that whole thing. I am just a few doors down from the kitchen store, in front of one of my favorite places to go grab a quick lunch. If I'm just running around and I'm starving and I don't want to go home and cook. It's a little place called What's Cooking. I have eaten there several times, loved it every time. And one of the reasons I enjoy it so much is it's one of those places where you go up and you order from the counter and then you go sit down and they bring you your food. So it's really kind of a quick in and out. You don't have to sit down and do the whole waitress, that sort of thing. It's very, very fast and the food is always really good. In addition, they have a takeout area where they have several refrigerators filled with entrees that you can grab and take home, put in the oven or in the microwave and cook up for dinner. Super, super easy. I have not gotten takeout from there yet. I probably will during the winter when I don't know, looking for something good and hot and yummy and filling to get to eat. But I do enjoy it very much. So What's Cooking downtown, one of my favorite spots to grab a quick bite to eat. When I think about all that's happened in the last few months, I can't even really believe it. When I showed up here in Aiken, it was hot and humid in the middle of the summer and got busy decorating the house and getting the yard in shape. And now here we are headed into the holidays. The house is pretty much all put together. It's cold in the mornings. It's been raining. It has that fall feel. All the leaves are turning. Just so very much has happened in the last several months. And I want to thank you so much for joining me for all of it. It really has been so much fun to share it with all of you. I hope you found this vlog today fun, useful, and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. You guys know it means so much to me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and mostly lifestyle these days for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.